I get it now. I get it now. My quality was too damn high. That's why I ain't recording as long as I wanted to. But yeah, whole lot of limitations and shit. So yeah, they say when you're real limited or when you're faced by limitation, that's when you tap into your creativity. So I've been tapping in and out of it. Like I said, I ain't trying to work for no motherfucker, but man, like my whole thing is just getting a new skill. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why, I got over 17,000 books. But I'm like, shit, I can't sit here and read all this shit. And at my age, I need to be up and moving. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep it moving. So I gotta find ways to make money and sustain myself. You know what I'm saying? Family, I've been doing some thinking. We all suggested, I'll probably get back into school. You know what I'm saying? But, what's this? Well, that ain't my herb tea. I might fuck around and get another one of these. Yeah, shit. Show y'all what I'm reading. Y'all already know what I'm reading. You feel me? I'm washing my sheets right now, so stop criticizing. Fuck niggas.
Shane? Mom wants you?
But yeah, what was I finna say? Oh yeah, this book. This the most profound book you ever gonna read in your life. If you know what you're doing. You gotta learn how to read. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn your words before you try to speak that shit. You feel me? A lot of people do all that loud mouth talking, but they can't really interpret the words, you know what I'm saying? It's just like I seen a few people on the internet getting into it about the cross and the ankh. You know what I'm saying? And it's understandable. You got one that represents life, one that represents death. You got one that, used to be, originally the black man and the black woman, joining together in the crux. You know what I'm saying? The womb on top, the phallus at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? The usual yada yada, And ain't nothing wrong with that, but like I try to tell them though, all symbols precede all language. You know what I'm saying? Symbols precede all language and all definitions. They transcend all definitions. You know what I'm saying? And the forms that we try to mold them into. You know what I'm saying? To serve us. So, And just like the master teacher said, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, a symbol is worth 1,000 pictures. You know, you can't just. And I gave them a perfect example. The what's that symbol called that the Nazis used? The swastika or some shit like that. Am I saying it right? You know, if you really did your studies, you know that comes from the East. You know, it don't come from, you know, Europe. It don't come from, you know, the Nazis. You know what I'm saying? It's actually the closest symbol you can get to that is the first letter of the Hebrew, the Aleph, the swirl. You know what I'm saying? And it was clockwise instead of counterclockwise. Just like in your chakra system, and you know when the energy is flowing right, it's flowing clockwise. When there's blockage, it's counterclockwise. Counterclockwise is synonymous to the number 6. You know what I'm saying? 6 is connected to the 6th letter, Va, which is nail, which is your anchor, you're fixed. You know what I'm saying? You fixed in your nature. You know what I'm saying? That's why 6 is the number of the beast. Well, 666, but you know, it's also the perfect number, which is beauty. You know what I'm saying? There's always 2 folds to this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but and clockwise the number 9. You know, transcendence, whatnot. But it's funny how in other systems the number 9 is synonymous to Mars, while the 6 is synonymous to Venus. You feel me? And it's fascinating because it's fascinating to me because when I look at the symbology of the number 6 and the number 9 and put them together, you also have the yin yang. You feel me? So the descriptions, like I said, symbols precede language in definition. So the what we ascribe to these symbols, you know, we call Mars aggressive, whatnot. We call Venus, you know, intimate, love, and whatnot. To me, they're just 2 dynamics of the same whole. Venus and Mars are essentially the same. You feel me? It's just on opposite poles. You also put the 6 and the 9 together, and 6-9 is always connected with sex. You feel me? The number 6, you take the E out. You know, you can interchange the vowels anytime, because vowels didn't come later. The ancient people never used vowels in their language. So 6 is also sax. 6 is also sex. You feel me? So, but damn, what was I saying? I lost train of thought. Oh yeah, you put the 6-9 together, and you also see the symbol of Cancer. You feel me? The crab. You feel me? And you don't really have to get into much of the symbology of or the archetype of what the crab is, because essentially all the signs, their descriptions are rooted off of the energy from the planets, the Elohim. You know what I'm saying? So the crab is connected with the moon. You feel me? And the moon is connected to your inner self. You know what I'm saying? Your inner emotional, you know what I'm saying? Your core. You know what I'm saying? The sun is synonymous to the shell, what you put out there, how you know, your vitality, what you know, you expressing outwardly. The moon is practically your inner sun. You know what I'm saying? Your inner state, your inner expression. You know what I'm saying? The moon is also connected to your mother, just as the sun is connected to your father. The moon is also connected with Isis. You know what I'm saying? For people who is hip, not that, you know, the shit they put on the media. I don't even get into all that shit because, like, my whole, you know, I feel like motherfuckers should already be knowing this. But, you know, that's how I approach it. I even recording though. See, I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid as hell. Alright, I'm recording still. How do I look though? But yeah, shit, it was probably all up in my face. But yeah, you know, study your symbols. You know, just study the symbols. When you understand the symbols, just like I said, a picture is worth 1,000 words. A symbol is worth 1,000 pictures. So how many words you think that is? If you studying the symbols alone, you can bypass like 1,000 books. You feel me? If you knew the meanings of all the symbols, you could bypass 1,000 books easily. You won't even have to sit there and read all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because all the books are doing is trying to describe these, you know, the symbols. You know what I'm saying? You know the symbols, you become like a master linguist. You feel me? So it's important. But yeah, y'all to fuck with me though. I do readings. I do dream interpretation. I haven't even read 100 books. You feel me? And anybody who know me, they'll tell you straight off the bat, like I'm one of the most, you know, most in-depth, you know, Gnostic spitters that you ever gonna meet. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even trying to fat mouth about it, because for the past 5 years I ain't said shit as far as, you know, my position on the matter. I always looked at myself like, nigga, you ain't ready. You don't know shit. And you know, and I'm starting to feel like that was a detriment. I should have been more like, yeah, I do know this shit. I do know this shit. Not only am I going to show that I know this shit, I'm going to try to sustain myself from my knowledge, because I feel like that's what knowledge is supposed to do. Knowledge is your foundation. It's supposed to be used to sustain yourself. Knowledge is always at the base. From your knowledge, then you get your food, clothing, and shelter. And once you get your food, clothing, and shelter, then you able to move up and secure your peace, love, and your happiness. You know what I'm saying? From your peace, love, and your happiness, once you have that, oh my bad, food, clothing, shelter, freedom, justice, equality, and peace, love, and happiness, then you get your wisdom. You get to wisdom and understanding, or understanding wisdom. You feel me? And that's how that go. It's funny how the Nation of the Gods and Earths teach about the 12 jewels, and here you have the 12 signs of the zodiac, or rather the 12 houses. And I took it upon myself to juxtapose the terms, the terminology of the 12 jewels, and interpolate that onto the 12 houses and call it, you know, what each house requires. You know what I'm saying? Or rather, what you get out of those 12 houses. You know what I'm saying? When I did the interpolations, and I'm gonna do it in the next video. I'm gonna do it in the next video where I show you, cause this film about to run out. So yeah, I'll just say peace for now. Peace a lot. Peace to the gods. Peace to the queens. Damn, my battery about to die too. Oh, I hate this shit. Fuck it though.